Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. We have an important conjunction coming up with Uranus and North Node, and I do want to touch on that. It's actually Uranus, North Node, and Mars all conjuncting in the sign of Taurus. So there's this energy of being liberated from it's liberation from the 3D, from the material realm. And we have this interesting energy about that I'm going to do a separate video on. So just wanted to let you guys know it's very interesting, and it really speaks to what we've been feeling for the past few months, maybe why we've been feeling that way. But what I was called to do for this video, for tonight, I wanted to pull some cards from these very different decks. I was called to different energies. So we've got the Kipper deck, which is just a really fun deck. It really tells the story well. We've got the Work Your Light Oracle, and then the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. So we've got very different energies here, but you know, we also have different groups that are going through this ascension process. So if you're new to my channel, I am a twin flame, I'm a light worker, I'm a star seed, and I offer readings mostly based on astrology right now at this present time. And they're all on my website. You can purchase them on the website. Lots of different ways to pay. It's lunargoddesstarot.com. The link is in the description box below. I also offer coaching sessions, and I do run a coaching program. The next coaching program will be this fall, probably going to launch in September, probably early September for that program. So if you're interested in that, do reach out and let me know, and we can get you on an email list for that. But I wanted to come on tonight because I really felt compelled to share just some of the ascension symptoms that are coming up, and some things that you might be feeling, to hopefully make you feel less alone, make you feel a little more comfortable on this wild and crazy ascension journey. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. What else? I feel like there was one last thing I wanted to quickly mention. I'm drawing a complete blank. I will hopefully, I don't know. I do have a Patreon as well. That's not what I was going to say, but I do have a Patreon as well. It's a great way to support the work that I do. I provide written posts over there, and I'm sharing the journey of the journey. So, all right, guys. So let's start to get into this. Let's start with the Kipper deck. Let's start with the Kipper deck. Oh, I knew it would come to me. Okay, so that's one thing, is really, really lots of head stuff and brain stuff. You might feel slowed down. You might feel like you're losing your mind. You might just feel like you're having trouble finding words, or finding the right words, or finishing sentences, or something, an idea or something will just come into your brain and then leave your brain just as quickly. Some people in our group are reporting ear stuff as well, ear pain, ear tension, headaches, migraines at this time, lots of face stuff as well, teeth, you know, you might be having some teeth issues, just teeth pain or mouth pain, mouth sores, all of those sorts of things are coming up at this time. Also skin rashes, for those of you who are prone to, you know, your skin will speak to you. Some, you know, different organs will speak to us depending on what we're going through. There's been a fluctuation of hormones, so women's cycles have been really wonky, honestly, for about a year now. And so your cycle might be shorter and then longer the next month. You might have weight gain. We've experienced a lot of solar work, so weight gain, just sort of like a swelling in certain areas, the belly, the tush, even arms and legs. It's kind of weird, so your shape might have taken on a different form. But yeah, so let me go ahead and shuffle these cards. I do have workbooks coming out, a Twin Flame workbook, a journey, it's the Twin Flame Journey workbook, which will be both an educational workbook and provide exercises for you as well, and then Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine workbook. So the Twin Flame workbook is coming out first. If you want to wait and purchase all three, those will be for sale on the website as a bundle, and you'll receive a reduction in price if you purchase all three, so that's very exciting. Yeah, so look, we've got the change card here, the change card. It looks like moving house or moving out. Very interesting. I feel like this could be for the masculine energy. Remember, you can use the masculine energy both for yourself or for any counterpart. Wealthy man. Yeah, this is definitely the masculine energy. Okay, wealthy and mature man. So we have a masculine energy here who is starting to take control of their lives, who is starting to think in terms of the future, but in a different way than they might have in the past. This is a man who has matured. Yes, it could be a physically older man, but what I really feel is a man who's matured emotionally. Yes, he's a wealthy man, and he may have used, hid behind his money or his power in the past. Now, the way that the masculine experiences the journey is, they will isolate. They go through this isolation period, hence the separation from the feminine. And as they go through the isolation period, they go into a cocoon or a bat cave. They go into this place and they just hide. And when that happens, the feminine often questions, did I make everything up, in my mind? And I talk about all this in the workbook. Did I make this up in my head? Was any of this even real? So she really has trouble reconciling with what happened, what transpired, this great love that then just disappears and he just walks away and pretends like he never felt anything. So this is a man who's really had or woman who's really had some time to think about their circumstances, about what they've deemed important. So this is somebody who is definitely, this signifies a great change. It signifies a move in location or a house move. So very interesting. Now, you guys know, if you've followed me for a while, and if you're new here, you're going to find out very quickly that when I speak of the masculine energy, I'm all about inner union. Okay, I'm here to get you to inner union. And everything else is secondary, including any physical union you're desiring with a counterpart, a soulmate, etc., a kindred. So this is about the inner union. So apply this to your inner masculine if you can, if that makes sense. Apply this to the inner masculine. How do I apply this to my inner masculine, myself? How do I make, I'm not making these changes, Sarah, but I don't know what you're talking about. Well, maybe it's not a change in house. Maybe it's a more minor change. Okay, maybe it's a change. Maybe your masculine energy is maturing and you're finding that you have more of a balance between the masculine and feminine. Okay. So let's get some cards for the feminine. So I identify the masculine as he, the feminine as she, but these are energies. We have both of them inside of us, so it's not gender-based, it's energy-based. I just use he and she for ease of communication. Inner child, definitely inner child work, and or some of you might be reflecting on your childhoods, doing some inner child healing from childhood wounds, childhood pain. You might be feeling very connected to your parents at this time. This also could signify that you have children around you, very like fifth house energy. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is in the fifth house. So this could just be fifth house energy that you're kind of reveling in and enjoying. It's an innocent energy. It's like a return to innocence. So it's very interesting to see. This is definitely signifying an inner union here, because we see this maturity here. Money isn't everything is what I'm getting from this. This maturity, I'm changing my life. I'm finally actually changing. I see a lot of the masculines, the physical form of the masculine. Again, this could be you. Moving away from the city and into a quieter, town, a smaller town, out of these really stressful jobs, these stressful environments, into something that's less toxic, less volatile, less like that go mentality, just slowing down. I really see a slowdown here. I see this maturity bringing the masculine to a place where they can actually hear themselves think, and they're able to actually reflect, sit down, have space, have time in the quiet, be in nature. I see a lot of these masculines purchasing properties like lakeside or in the mountains or oceanside, but really kind of remote areas that they are building a house in, or they're going to rent. They might just sell their house and rent. They might just realize, God, I've been so greedy and I've always needed and wanted and things, and I've acquired all these things and they don't mean anything. They're really, tapping into their emotions. And as they do that, they're having these epiphanies about how they feel about people in their lives, how they feel about themselves, how they feel about decisions they've made. things that they could have done differently. And I feel like a lot of them are reflecting on, if I had done this differently, where would I be now? Kind of a walk down memory lane, punishing themselves in a way, because, you know, we all do that from time to time. Because time is this funny thing, and Saturn, you know, Kronos, Lord of Time, is retrograde. So we're all experiencing this, you know, we're experiencing time, and we're experiencing this energy of, I don't have as much time as I thought. Okay, and it might be in the form of loss. You know, I often see that with a Saturn transit or a Saturn retrograde, especially, you know, depending on where Saturn's falling in your chart, especially if it's, you know, in certain houses. But yeah, this is an area where, or a time, you know, for the next few months until the end of October when he turns direct, where, yeah, time is like, it doesn't feel like it's standing still. It actually feels like it's moving faster, and we just feel like we may not have enough time to accomplish everything we wanted to accomplish, or we're running out of time. Some feminines may feel like they're running out of time to have kids, and other feminines might feel like they're running out of time with their parents, and other feminines might feel like they're running out of time to figure out their purpose and what they want to do. And it just feels really challenging and really stressful, and even really sad. A lot of emotions of sadness are bubbling up to the surface right now and really asking to be examined. So if you're feeling melancholy, you know, you can blame Saturn. You can blame also Neptune retrograde. You can, you know, we just had that full moon in Capricorn. So we have, you know, all of these energies that really speak of, the moon speaks of, you know, the darkness, and the moon speaks of, you know, that which we can't see, that which we can intuit, but that which we can't really see with the, you know, our own two eyes. So we have a lot of energies, you know, that maybe we hid from ourselves that are now being exposed to be dealt with. What else for the feminine? Official person. Okay, this comes up a lot. Interesting. This could signal maybe you have a conversation about your childhood with an official person. Maybe you see a therapist. I think a lot of feminines might be really keen on going to therapy, or doing like, what is it, EMDR, or, you know, kind of like advanced forms of therapy to really try to heal, like, once and for all from some of this childhood stuff. And I know everyone's tired of healing. I know you're fucking tired of it. And it's like, well, when does it stop, you know? But we are making progress, and we are getting to a place of greater balance, because I really feel like these cards are reflecting that inner union that we are desiring to achieve. This could also signify, you know, divorce for a few of you out there. This could signify that, you know, closing of a sale, a closing of a house, or merging of a business, or dissolution of a business. This could be a variety of things. But there's an official person. It's interesting that it came out next to child. That's what made me think that maybe you might be speaking to somebody about your childhood, speaking to somebody like a professional that can kind of assist you of making sense of things that are coming to the surface right now that maybe you thought you had buried once and for all a long time ago. Yeah, house, child, and house. Yeah, this is definitely connected to childhood. It's connected to the house that you grew up in particular. So let's go to the Work Your Light Oracle and see what else we can glean from this very interesting reading that I felt so compelled to share. You never know why I'm being called to get the cards out, right? Sunday night. I had a 3-hour study session today. I'm taking a course, 3-hour study session. Whew, it was like, after that, I'm like, I can't even think straight. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. This is for the masculines. It's happening. So yeah, they're definitely starting to awaken to the more spiritual aspects of the journey. They're starting to realize that they are spiritual beings having a human experience. They are starting to be called into deeper levels of their understanding of, you know, really life and why they're here and what this all means. Again, I do feel like the masculine energy is very much, sorry guys, sorry about that. One of my cats sometimes likes to stalk the other cat. Oliver. Okay, so this one. This guy.
this guy right here to say hello.
Little stinker. So, yeah, they are aware that they're a part of something greater than themselves. You know, they're aware that this is, they're not shaking the journey, guys. They're not able to shake it. They're not able to get off of it. And so they're starting to actually embrace it. So for the feminines, we have this energy of trusting your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Interesting. Yeah, if you knew you could be supported, maybe this is about healing that inner childhood stuff, where a wound where you didn't feel supported to do what you really wanted to do, what you came here to do. I'm seeing a lot of people return to hobbies and like haunts of the past, you know, places they love to go to, or hobbies that they loved, or activities they loved as a child, books they like to read, those sorts of things, like bringing out those pieces of yourself that maybe got fragmented along the way. And, you know, as that happens, you start to feel supported by the universe. Maybe you start to, you have a new friendship circle, you make new acquaintances, new friends, and you start to feel supported in what it is that you would like to do and what you would like to bring to the world, what you would like to create into birth. You know, if you felt unsupported, feminine, maybe it is time to talk to somebody. Maybe it is time to really focus on going to those places that are scary, so that you don't have to continue going there, you know, going there and then being able to heal that once and for all, so that you can move forward in a way that is much healthier and much less distressing. And then let's go ahead and pull some cards here. He's just sitting in my lap from the Angels and Ancestors deck. I gotta show you guys this. He's just sitting here. That's the kitty tunnel. All right, he's my little special needs guy. He does like to, he does like to, he only chases certain cats. You don't like the shuffling? He doesn't like it. But he does like attention. What are you doing? You gonna be good? Okay. Okay, so let's see. What card do we have for the masculine? I didn't really know what kind of a reading I was going to do until I pulled out the cards. So I wasn't sure that I was going to do a masculine feminine reading, but it just kind of came out that way. Trusting that that's what the majority of you needed to hear at this time. All right, let's get a card for the masculine energy. Stag. So if you guys ever watched Guided by Angels, Liz used to talk about the stag, you know, referring to union or reunion. And it's interesting because we have trust here for the feminines, right? Trust your path. And then for the masculines here, we have trust and thrive. So they're learning that they can thrive in a different way. They're learning to trust that their path isn't maybe what they thought it was going to be, that their path looks different, that it needs to be different. It's gone a completely different way than they ever thought it would. They've made decisions they never thought that they could make. They've released themselves from karmic contracts in relationships and business partnerships. And now they're really wanting to find, they're really carving themselves out, really wanting to find that truth that exists inside of them. So this is going to help them thrive. This is a good energy, a good card. And again, apply this to your inner masculine. How does this resonate for the inner masculine? You know, what is this saying? And then we have also Heart Guardian. So yeah, we've talked a little bit about it, but the masculines are starting to open their hearts. They're starting to get into, they're in the chaser mode. So now they're starting to really feel the emotional effects of this journey. They realize that they're not able to forget the feminine. They realize that they have to surrender. They realize they need to open their heart to healing. They need to open their heart to experience beautiful things. You don't experience that by closing yourself off. You don't experience that by settling for less. And in a karmic relationship, you're always settling. If you think back to your karmic relationships, you were settling. You knew it, you know, at some point in time, probably from the very get-go, you knew it wasn't right, but you also maybe felt almost compelled, like, I have to do this. I don't know why, but I have to see this through. I'm not done with this. I remember a friend was in a karmic relationship, and she said, Sarah, I'm not ready. I'm not done with him yet. And it's like, she knew on some level that karmically they weren't done yet. They had more lessons to learn. They still, you know, they were going to go round and round and round. And I could see the karmic loop playing out, but she needed more time to work it out for herself. And this was years ago. We were in our 20s, you know, and in such a learning period, a learning phase. And it's so easy for someone else to see, especially in those toxic relationships, what's happening. But yeah, the masculines, opening the heart and moving into that heart space. So let's check in with the feminines here. Let's see. Letting themselves be loved. Yeah, working on self-love. I'm going to open my heart and let myself be loved by someone who wants to actually love me. Well, I'm taking it. Okay, came out. Sky Father, another trust card. This is 3 cards of trust. 3 cards, and this is a trust card as well. It doesn't say it, but it's love and let yourself be loved. That requires tremendous trust, right? To open yourself up to you know, knowing that you could get hurt. So that's what the masculines are learning to do at this time. Trust the unknown, divine feminine. You know, that looks like Zeus. I believe that's Zeus. So, and Zeus is connected to Jupiter, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so a big energy, guys. A very big energy, a very commanding energy, God of the sky. You know, you see a lightning bolt, you see an eagle here. You see just the sky blue in Zeus's eyes. You can just see that this is absolutely, you know, this is the energy of anything can happen. Anything at all can happen. In fact, I'm going to double check that. Because now, yeah, Jupiter, I thought so. So yeah, the energy of Jupiter coming through, expansion, abundance. Jupiter historically in Hellenistic astrology is connected to abundance, but you also see, you know, it's referred to expansion, it's referred to higher learning, it's referring to a lot of just like the Midas touch energy, the energy of everything just really going well, everything working out in your favor. So feminine, trust your path, trust in the unknown. You know, yes, things may look like they're falling apart right now, may look like nothing makes sense, but trust that everything is actually coming together. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and relax for the night. Take good care. Be on the lookout for those workbooks. Twin Flame workbook, can't talk, is going to be released this week on the website. I'll let you guys know in the community tab, also on the channel. And if you'd like to book a private session with me, I have openings. You can book them right through the website. The link is down below. Take good care, guys.